Sarita. And my puppy dogs here. I think they just say hello. I think that's just them saying hello, right?
Maybe start your meeting by whispering instead of saying, "Hey, hello, guys."
Owen says if I start by whispering, "Hi, everyone."
Sure
Hi, everyone.
I'm pretty sure they heard me.
They still do it. Listen, I said, "Hi, everyone." And they're still making noise.
Yeah, that's because they're always grumpy.
They're not grumpy.
They're always grumpy.
They're corgis. They aren't grumpy.
Corgis, they're always grumpy.
They're not grumpy.
You don't see guinea pigs doing that. You know?
Guinea pigs are pigs.
Hold on.
Hi, everyone. Hey, Paula. Nice to see you. Hi, Larry Joe. How are you?
Do you see a guinea pig grumbling?
Oh, look at this. This is our piggy. This is our piggy. Toot, 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 toot. This is Bobby.
You hear guinea pigs being grumpy? No.
No, she might make a noise. That's Bobby. Hello from Ireland. Lovely. Hey, Bobby. She can't stay here, though, because she might chew on the paper.
So?
Say goodbye, Bobby. Poop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, I love guinea pigs. I love guinea pigs.
Especially this one.
This one here. Yeah, she's our favorite. That's Bobby.
The boys are terrifying.
She was Bob when we first got her, when we thought she was a boy, and well...
The boys are terrifying. They bite your fingies off.
Well, she ended up being pregnant.
Me, I know from experience.
So we had to change her name to Roberta, and then now shortened to Bobby. And she lives with her baby, one of her babies, named Marshmallow. And there are 4 total guinea pigs because when she got pregnant, it was just a mess, and we ended up with 4. We started off with 2, and then we ended up with 4. Oh well.
With 2, then we went from 3 to 4.
4, 3.
How about we get a 5th one?
2. Then no more animals. No more animals. Hey, so
How about
okay.
we get a 2nd cat?
No more cats. No more anything.
How about goldfish?
Did you love the show last night? I had such a blast. I will tell you, though, I'm so tired. I'm so tired because it takes a lot out of you to be, chit-chatting for 2 hours. And I'm used to, always doing something. So that was a little bit hard. So, yeah, we had a fun time last night. If you didn't get a chance to be with us, or you don't even know what I'm talking about, we had 4 product experts. There are 10 total. I found out it was 10 now. There are 10 total product experts in Cricut, or that work with Cricut. We're not in Cricut. We're Cricut, cheerleaders. Let's call it that. We're Cricut cheerleaders. So there are 10 of us, and 4 of us, Melody Lane, Abby Carrillo, and Carol Prevost from Carol's Cricut Craft got together last night, and we had just kind of it felt like a chit-chatty, felt like we were the View for Cricut users. We did all kinds of questions and answers, and we had giveaways and everything else. And it is still on YouTube if you want to watch it. You get to see something more than just my hands. Yes, it can be watched. You have to go to Melody Lane Designs on YouTube, and you will see it there. All 4 of our faces are there, almost like the Brady Bunch squares, and it was really good, better than the View. Aw, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. All right. So, but I was so hyped up last night. I was I can't sleep now, so, but it was a lot of fun. I couldn't do it every week for sure, but it was a lot of fun. We learned Spanish. I learned things from Abby, from Carol about sublimation, from Melody about apertures. That was really interesting. Also found out that, did you know, I didn't know this, but gel pens from Cricut can be used for heat embossing. Whoa, that was like, yikes. That was a really cool thing to learn. I have to try it out. And just so many other things. So talented these ladies are, as all the whole group is, really. And so we had a blast. So I'm so glad to hear positive feedback about that. And I think, you know, what we tried to do is try to introduce you to some new people. And I had quite a few people who subscribed. So we are at like 15,000, like almost 700 people subscribed. My goal is 20,000. So if you are watching this live or on the replay, consider subscribing. I have a really good ratio of people who watch it that are subscribed. That's really good, but wouldn't hurt to have more people come and watch. That would be fun. So anyway, oh yeah, you know, and I will tell you, like, before we started doing it, I had to get the dogs like all like tired out because they were all like woof woof woof, and I said, Melody, I'm really sorry, the dogs are back, and so I said hopefully they've gotten it all out of their system, and they did. They were really quiet, but they were here, they were right under my feet. They just were really quiet. And remember too, in the morning they're just waking up and they're excited about the day, and at night they just want to sleep because they're dogs, you know. But they're here, and Benji's already shredded something underneath my feet and all that. Lola's under my feet and everything. So we are going to do a couple of really fun projects from our friends at Dreaming Tree. These are projects, I did post the links, and we're going to put them together. There's actually two that are in the same set. So if you wanted to make one or the other, you can buy them individually, or you can buy them as part of the set. And there's actually a third thing, but I did not make that. Whoa. Let me just show you the big part, and that is this barn, which is really lifelike, and it is a lantern. You can hear my little LEDs sort of moving around in there. But what I really like about this is it's really sturdy, and it's a really nice box. So if, say, you wanted to give somebody something, maybe even for Thanksgiving, and they can take, I'm going to show you how to line the inside of the box to make it even more sturdy. And then once they take the things out, they can turn it into this lantern. They also have a way that you can sort of hauntify it, make it haunted. And I'll show you what part of that. I decided not to make mine haunted, but I did use a little bit of new techniques. I did some embossing for the top for the one we're doing tonight, and I did do some inking. And then the second thing is going to be this really cute, and it works up real quick, fall pumpkin wreath. It has a little handle in the back, and it's just a nice wall hanging. I probably, this was the first time I did it, and maybe I might have chosen my colors a little differently, but I still like it. It's really cute, and I'm thinking I'm going to bring it over with my mom. I got to see my mom tomorrow, so I'm going to bring her one over because she doesn't, I don't think she has the rim for the barn, but she has a nice door, and she could put that, it's an interior door, so she could put that on there, and it's made entirely of paper, and it's quite fun. And the cool thing is, when I was talking to Mike from Dreaming Tree this week, because I had to call him about a color, and I'll get into that in a second, but he asked me, Mike is like, he handles like the customer service for Dreaming Tree, and he said, hey, do you want some gift cards to give away on your show? And I said, yeah. People said they want to have them, so I have 4 gift cards to give away tonight. They're $6.99 each, which is the cost of their bundle. So if you were going to buy this whole thing, and includes like this lamp that's like kind of a watering, one of those watering things, I forget what you call them, but like where you would pump the water from outside the well, and it's like a light. It would be $6.99, or you don't have to buy it. It's any one. You don't have to just get the free gift one. It's for $6.99, and so we're gonna have 4 winners by the end of tonight, and I'll have you send me your email address. I'm just gonna wing it this time because I didn't set up Rafflecopter. However, I did set up a Rafflecopter for our September Bundle of Joy giveaway. That is a Cricut Joy machine with a whole bunch of extras, such as insert cards and card mats and pens and all that stuff. It is going to be someone's at the end of the month. It starts actually at midnight tonight, and it's going to run for 2 weeks, as we've done in the past. So it's 2 weeks, so 14 days, and each of those days you can put your name in twice. So if you're really diligent, you start tomorrow, you have an opportunity to get 28 times to have your name in there. And that really, the winners in the past have been those kinds of people that are very diligent and have their name in there quite a bit. But even if you get it in one time, hey, you could win. It could happen. So, and so I'm pretty excited about that. So that starts tonight or early this morning at midnight Eastern time, and I did post a link in the description of this event of tonight's class. Okay. I thought, and I have to apologize because I thought the Cricut Cutie, the Lilac, I thought I ended it so that I could announce it tonight, but apparently I didn't. I ended it so that it ends like on Wednesday, so I'll have to pick a winner when that's over. Probably Thursday I can announce the winner of the Cutie. So you still have an opportunity to get your name in for the Cutie as well. So, all right, let's get started on this. Hello to everyone. So glad to see you. I think we'll work on the barn first and sort of and get through this barn so that way you can see how it goes together. Now, clearly there are a lot of things you could do to change the details here, and I would encourage you to do your thing, but I'm going to show you how to put it together, and you can personalize it any way you like. This is the first time I put it together. I made some mistakes, but hopefully I've learned from my mistakes and I'm not going to make them again. But there's quite a bit going on here. There's this top part that has a really beautiful roof with this I don't know, I'm gonna call it a silo, but I'm sure that's wrong. And then there's the inside here, and then it's on this base. So we're going to work, I guess we'll work from the bottom up, because that seems to be a good idea. So we're gonna do that. And it is part of this, I think it's called Down on the Farm. It's a SVG. There is there is a cost to it. It's not free like most of my other projects are free, but we decided that on Saturdays we're going to splurge a little because it's date night, and we're going to use we're going to do these bigger projects. So if you want to see this start to finish, that's what we're going to do. Both of these things start to finish tonight. And obviously there are things that you can do to make it your own, and I am going to encourage you to do that. So let's see. I'm not going to cut everything out. I already did cut it out, and I've already actually embossed. I don't know if you can see this, but I use like this chicken wire embossing for the panels on the roof. But what I want to mention to you is that Dreamy Tree has, let me see if I can't find what I'm talking about. Let's see. Dreamy Tree can be found at 3dsvg.com, and you can find this barn. It's part, as I said, called Down on the Farm, and it's a barn. And I don't know why it's taking so long, but you go to 3dsvg. There are a few extras that you can change up. For example, you can use digital paper and change the top of the barn, make it look corrugated, or even make it look like an aluminum, some barns have that aluminum look to it. So there are some there's some freebie like printables. There also are these printables, which I did print. I don't know that I'm going to use them, but this is vellum and it's zombies. So I did print out that so you could see what it is. So there's 3 different color vellums here, and all I did was put this in my printer and printed it. The only problem with printing it on as part of your printer with vellum is it gets very curly, and so it kind of goes everywhere. So I'm just going to show you that. And since, there we go. So if you search, if you're going to buy this barn, search also for printables and printable. Come on. I don't know that. It might be my iPad. Printable. All right, come on. Taking a long time, folks. Don't know why. Yikes. All right, I'm not going to give it that much more. Okay, here it is. So this is what I mean. If you do printable, you can find this zombie vellum in all these different colors. So if you wanted to make your barn haunted, then you could do that by printing them in one of these colors. So, or you can just print them and color them in, which is what I'm going to do tonight for the round one. I just hand colored it in. So I just want to give you a couple of options there. So let's start with the bottom, because that seems, I like to work from the bottom up. So the bottom consists of a base, and it's brown actually, and then around that base is grass, and let's see, and there's also inside of the base a little bit of a container, or like almost like a helped, because this is a rather big project, a little box that you put in there just to kind of give it some more support. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's optional. You do not need to do that. To cut this out, it does take quite a bit of paper, but the numbers that are suggested on here, which it's 7 sheets of clay and 6 sheets of olive, include the extras. So if you cannot find 7 sheets of clay, and you're actually not going to be able to find them, and I'll tell you why in a sec, but or 6 sheets of olive, that's okay. You can actually substitute out a different color, because see this support box, and these are liners, these bottom pieces, and so they don't need to be exactly the same color. And what I mean about the color is, apparently when they made this project, there was a color called clay, and it looked kind of like this. And that's what I was calling the folks over at Dreaming Tree about, because I could not find this color anywhere. And so he called back and said it's sort of like cinnamon. So this is what I ended up using. It's sort of a medium brown. So just so that you know. So this is the very bottom piece. It's like a little tray. And we're going to find the top. So this is going to go on top. But before we actually close it up, we're going to take, where is it? Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Rita. I had this all like so cool and ready to go. And where? Anyway, there's a little box. Where did it go? Well, I don't see. Oh, here it is. So this little box is just for support, okay? So it's basically the same thing. It's like a little pizza box, and we're going to close it up and use it for support in the base of our barn. So you'll notice, you know, I just folded it all in all the folding places, all the scoring, and I'm going to glue it on these very tiny tabs on either side. Now, first thing, notice that it's not the same color as the base, because it doesn't matter. It's not going to show. It's going to go inside of the base and be covered. Second of all, again, it's optional. You don't need to do it. I like it, though, because it does make it a lot sturdier, and it's a good idea. And just another sort of nod to the Dreaming Tree folks. They really know how to design files, and they're just so professional over there. So that's why I love to do their projects. Anyway, so this is just a little box that's going to go on the inside, so it really doesn't matter that I'm getting glue everywhere. I'm just getting started on my gluing today, so I don't know. Maybe I'm out of practice. No, I'm not out of practice. Okay, just a second to let it close. So now we have like a little, almost like a pizza box, and we're going to close it up and put glue on all 3 of these flaps, okay? Just like this. And again, it doesn't have to look perfect, this part, because it's going on the inside. Okay, just like that. You can put that aside. And now I'm going to close up this box. It's a very similar box, just bigger, and it has a separate top to it that we'll put on. I have the windows open. It is a gorgeous day. Okay. Saturday night, everybody's walking their dogs in my neighborhood. Okay. This morning, Owen and I went down to the park down the street, Emerson Park, and they were having a memorial for the 9/11 victims. It's a safety park. It's a kind of interesting memorial. It's to our firemen and policemen. Safety park, I think it's called. And I was really surprised to see our governor was there. Governor Baker was there. So that was pretty cool. Didn't get a chance to talk to him, but he lives nearby in one of the towns closer to Marblehead. And he, of course, gets driven around everywhere by state police guys. So, but they looked all so wonderful in their statey outfits or uniforms. They're very pretty. I don't know, they don't want to be called pretty, but they have some very nice uniforms, the staties here. With these big black boots and everything. They're quite commanding. So that was kind of fun. I got to see a few people that I hadn't seen in a while. The mayor was there, but it was kind of nice to see the governor was there. So this came undone, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more glue here. We had two in our city. We had two people that died. One was a stewardess in one of the flights that got hijacked, and another was an employee. I think she was an employee of TJ Maxx. There were quite a few TJ Maxx employees on the planes. They were on their way somewhere, I don't know. But yeah, because TJ Maxx is a New England company, I believe. So, okay, so there's our little thing. You could cut that in whatever paper you want to, or choose not to. So I have fixed this so that, and I'm trying to be so professional here, right? After last night. Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. Right, I do. I know what I'm doing. But I'm trying to get this on here. Yeah, we had a really good time last night. It was really, and what's kind of fun is I think we're going to do it again. I think we are going to do it again, but I think we'll probably have like some more instruction instead of just, chit chat, or I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But, and Melissa, I got your message about mentioning the Zoom call, because actually I think Lynn sent me an email earlier in the day and said, are we having a Zoom call on Saturday? And I said, no, it's next Saturday. But I should have mentioned it last night. So if you are new and you've never sort of been to one of these before, actually, you know what? I'm going to kind of glue this on the bottom so it doesn't move around. All right. Just kind of put that on the bottom. So, okay, where was I going with that? Okay, so if you're new and you have never done a Saturday night program, I want to mention that, or my Saturday night program, I want to mention that we have once a month, we have something, it's quite unique. It's a Zoom call, and it's anybody can join, anybody that follows the channel, the Miss Rita, the Cricut Chat channel and everything, and anybody can call in. We have prizes, and it's like chit chat and sort of just kind of what you've been working on and what your favorite things are right now, and it's really a fun thing. And in fact, several people have been on it. I'm usually only there for an hour or two, and then some people stay on and continue on with it through the night. A couple of people, I think it was our Canadian friends, and that was just that was a fun thing. The fun thing is that we've made some really awesome friends here, and a little over a year ago, I don't think I had this many friends that like to craft, and so it was kind of like I was telling somebody about this before, it was a little like I'd want to talk to somebody about it, like about glue, and people be like looking at me like, okay, Rita, you're kind of acting a little crazy now. So, okay, so here is the base of our barn. I know it's not really exciting, but you do need a base to hold everything up. Now we're going to work on the inside of the barn, the green part. And I want to talk about this numbering system. Okay, so the folks over at Dreaming Tree, they do a lot of things right, but I do not like this numbering system, so I wanted to just kind of show you. They number them instead of using like actual numbers, they use sort of hash marks. So this is 1, and then 2 hashes is 2, 3 hashes is 3, but when they have 4 hashes, they turn it into a circle, so that becomes the number 4. So just so that you know that. So we're going to fold all of these pieces, and we're creating like that inside piece of the barn. I'm going to take the cover off here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So it will go like this. I want to make sure I do this right. So this is the first piece, and so we're going to attach that first piece to the second piece, but on the side where there's no tab, and then we will do the same thing here, and then the fourth piece here. And the reason why we're doing it that way is that this becomes, whoops, I can't see you. All right. This becomes the bottom of the box. Okay, so we're going to connect these all. We have to, though, also put the vellum in here. So before we connect it all, let's go ahead and work on the vellum. So I'm going to turn it over. This is going to be the inside of it. And then I'm going to get my vellum pieces, and I have so many because I printed out in all the different colors. So be patient with me. All right, so so there are little pieces here that look like this, and I'm just trying to find them all. There's another one, and come on, I don't know. This is awful that I can't find them all. Oh, so here's one in yellow. Really useful, Rita. Well, we're gonna pretend like we have all of those pieces, because we clearly do not have them. And I can also use some other pieces in place of it. So when you're using when you're putting on vellum, you want to go very easy with the glue and just kind of dot it all around. And then because it's sort of curled, we're going to actually put an insert piece in here so that it won't kind of curl up. You don't want to go too heavy on the glue here because vellum isn't as porous as other papers, and so it gets sort of so that it like sort of it gets wiggly, squiggly kind of thing, wavy. So we don't want to put a whole lot on there. So here we go, putting on these vellum pieces. These feel like the wrong pieces, but that's okay. You guys can pretend, and you'll do it better than I will do it, okay? So you can pretend that I'm actually putting on the correct pieces in the correct place, but I'm not. Okay, so once we have that on there, there is also these there are also these liner pieces like this, so it might as well put them on while we're doing this anyway. So these are the, do I have that right? Nope, here we go. These are the liner pieces, and that's going to hold our vellum in place. All right, and then we're going to, let's do, where's number 2? Okay, that's going to be number 2. So we're going to flip that over, and I believe it's one of these big ones. Yeah, it's like this, and then we've got the star. So I'm not going to put the liner piece on the next one because I just thought while I'm doing this, the tab of putting it together needs to be hidden underneath the liner piece, right? So there's that. We'll come back and do those liner pieces in a second. Okay, you guys. So there is number 2, number 3, and then there's no vellum on the 4th side. So I gotta figure out what I'm doing here with the vellum, because this is clearly not working. Where's my scissors? Here we go. Sometimes you just gotta improvise. Just like that. Hey, if you are if you're on, why don't we do this? Why don't we give away some prize? I'll do the prizes as we go. So how about everybody just shouts out their name, where they're from, and how long they've been watching. Just comment in the comment feed, and I will pick the first winner from that group. And I'll give you some time to do that so I can sort of start working here. 1, 2, 3. So here's 1, here's 2. And I am going to just connect these right here. San Antonio. I had a friend from San Antonio way back, just after I got out of college. Her name was Mary, like Merry Christmas. I always thought that was such a cool name, Mary. Prize, Dawn. Lori from California. Yes, you have been watching. And there's Melissa from Miami and Claudia from Rhode Island. Oh, Emma watching from the UK. Hey, guess what? We can give these out to people from other countries. So Emma, we can I can make sure that you maybe get one of those, because normally we don't do giveaways outside of the US or Canada, but since these are virtual, they're like gift cards, right? Can do that. Okay, so you see what I've done here? I've glued these all together, and now I'm just going to glue right here at this final tab to create this circle basically. All right, so here we go. Who's just being Randy? Because somebody is. I've not seen that name in ever. So, just being Randy. I'm assuming it's Randy. Wonderful. Yes, you have, Victoria. Hi from Illinois. Been watching. There we go. All right, so here is the bottom of the box, and we're going to glue here on all 3 of these tabs. So I will call the first name. I'm going to give it to Emma because I've never been able to give anybody in the UK a gift. So Emma is going to win our first Dreaming Tree gift card. And Emma, all you need to do is send me an email at Miss Rita to the rescue at gmail.com. Okay? Miss Rita to the rescue at gmail.com. So there is my box. I'm just kind of pressing down to make sure all those seams are getting nicely fitted. And then I'm going to take my liner pieces that I didn't put on. I have to put it this way. And just kind of shore up the sides and bottom of the box by putting them on the inside. But I have 4 of these, so don't despair if you are telling, keep talking, keep talking, keep chatting so that I can have more people to choose from. But the first one is Emma from the UK, and you will receive a $6.99 gift code that can be used at dreamingtree3dsvg.com for any of their dozens of prizes. If you've never ordered from them before, it's good to get one that has the free gift, because if you spend $9.98, you will get a free gift, which is usually a bundle. So, yes, this is wonderful glue. Love, love, love this glue. And actually, it was Dawn who turned us on to it, and I really like it. Before that, I used almost exclusively, art glitter glue. But I've tried so many glues, and the thing that was always difficult is when I do some of these very intricate designs, like little spaces, I couldn't really get in there, and so my glue was going everywhere, and I did not like that. I just got it everywhere on here too, but so when we get to like this type of thing, it's really useful. All right, so one more piece on here. And then there's the bottom. Okay. I would call this probably the boring part of the project, because maybe I shouldn't have started with it. I don't know. But here's the bottom of the box. Okay. And we can put that aside and let it all get nice and dry there. And there is that inside piece. We're going to attach it to here, and we're going to put grass around it. But so let's start talking about the outside piece here. Hi, Kathy. How's everything going? I actually was watching the news today, and I heard that Idaho is having a hard time with having enough room in their hospitals. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to create this sort of like this over piece that goes over the green box. You notice that it is brown, right? And I don't know if I finished telling you this, but when I was looking for this clay color, the American Crafts, which is what the kind of paper that Dreaming Tree uses. And so when you're reading one of their PDFs, all of these colors, they are a color from American Crafts. So there's this one, clay. And so I have an American Crafts sample, like they're the little cards, and I was going through everything, could not find it. So that's why I called Mike and I said, you know, I cannot find clay, and I can't really tell from the printout what color it is. And he said, let me check. And he called American Crafts, and apparently it's discontinued. It's a color that's discontinued, and it's kind of like a brown. So that's what I know. Okay. So all I'm doing here is that there are 4 pieces to make the box. This is the front. This is the back. You notice it has this round hole here, and then the little horseshoes, and then all of these cute little windows. And then these are the side that are going to help create the roof as well. So here are the 4 main pieces of it, and we're going to decorate them before we get to putting the actual box together. So the decorations are these pieces. There's a whole bunch of these barn door type things. So we have these pieces here. And then for the circle pieces, I thought I would just color it in, but just so you can see, I did also print them out in these colors as well. And then there are these pieces right here that will be the horseshoes, okay? And then there are pieces that go all around it. So let's talk about these pieces first. This is actually a bit confusing because the way that these are supposed to go is that there's a cutout piece like this that goes over it, and it gives it sort of, you know, like they make these actual things that have like the pieces of wood, and so that's what they're trying to emulate, but they're not all the same size, so you have to kind of put them on so that they're done right. Like, I think that's wrong. Here we go. That one is right. And this one, except this goes in the front. Okay. And then the way this works is you have to match them up to the piece here, but it's a little bit of, I haven't figured out like how you figure that out, because they're not exactly the same. So my feeling about this is, if you don't get it right, I'm not sure, unless you're somehow a cowboy or something, you live in the country, that anybody's going to notice. So if you're making this for somebody that is, I don't know, a farmhand, then you might want to figure out what this is about. But but I don't know if you can see, but they're all like a little bit differently sized. You see? I'm thinking maybe that's the correct way, although that just does not look right. Can I do this? No. Yeah. Kind of weird. And then these go here. And this one goes over here. And then we're going to get our red pieces, which I have cut out and inked. Even though I'm not a big inker, I did cut them out, and we can put those pieces on there, okay? So let me just move these over like this so that we can kind of get started. So we'll start at the top of this one. What's going on? Okay. So there's that. And let me just take this uncolored piece, and I've got my alcohol ink pen. I'm going to use the broad tip, and I'm just going to color it the blue rather than... This is because oftentimes Dreaming Tree uses colored vellum, and to be honest, it's really hard to find anything other than the translucent vellum. So they have a way that you can either print it off on your printer, but that would be a waste because those are two little circles for one of the barn. And so I just was like, nah, I'll just color it in with my pen. All right. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for that to dry, and I'm just looking for one of these crazy pieces for the horseshoe. Now, the thing about this project with the vellum is that most of the vellum is going to go on the inside of this box, but only a few pieces like this horseshoe and that skylight are going to actually go on there. Well, this piece too. Well, yeah. I guess maybe it's just this piece too. All right. I'm expressing myself very well today. Come on. And there. But, you know, look at how it's curling. I'm not super excited about that. If it continues to curl and it won't stay down, I'll switch it over and just color it in. All right? Right. Okay. So Shirley, I think it was, mentioned that there are some new files in Design Space, and they are pop-up cards. There's one that's a unicorn. There's another that is a like cupcake for a birthday thing. And then the third one, I don't remember what it was. Does anybody remember what it was? But we're going to do those next week. So if you're real excited about them and you've seen them and you want to make them, definitely think about coming to the show during the week, because that's going to be fun. Let me find these pieces. So these pieces are going to go here, and then this there, and I already messed this up. I'm a goober. And not this piece. I already messed it up. What are you going to do with me, huh? Guess you just got to take me as I am. This goes on the side. This is on the side. So no. This is also on the side. Side. Top. Side. Is it here? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So these pieces are going to go on, and then we're going to put on our little window frames, or the, I don't know what you call that even. Trim. Maybe it's just the trim. So yeah, we're going to do those cards next week. What else we're going to do? I am actually in need of a porch sign. I've been complaining about it for several weeks, and now that summer's up, I have to put out like a fall one. Last year we did an apple pie and summer or autumn skies. That one was kind of fun. We did that on the Joy. So I think we'll probably do another one that's just like a fall themed one, like happy fall y'all, although we don't say y'all up here. So I'll find something that's a little more appropriate, and we will do that on the Joy using smart vinyl. So if you guys need a porch sign, there you go. There's an opportunity for that next week. And what else are we going to do? We're going to work on some cards. Also, I have some really cute Halloween, what are they? Halloween little treat bags from Design Space. There's a cat, and there's a bat, and I think is like a little vampire kid. So we're going to do those. Those are adorable. Yeah. Oh, and I got really good feedback from the alcohol fairy lights, the alcohol ink fairy lights that we did, and that I showed last night. And so we are going to do some. We're going back to the alcohol inks, and we're going to do some like jack-o'-lantern type ones, and we'll use our mason jars and alcohol ink. I think that's going to be really fun. We can use like colors like orange and yellow and lime and violet. Maybe we can make ones that look like witches and things like that. That should be a lot of fun. So all of you people that invested in alcohol inks like me will have another thing to do. And then if that goes well, we'll do some for the winter season, like maybe a little more subdued, that is like snowflakes or something like that. I'm really messing this up. I really don't understand this part. I don't know. Well, I'm going to do the best I can. And that's all you can do too. So yeah, we're going to go back to our alcohol inks. We're also going to be, can you see I've been planning because, you know, just kind of looking at going forward, we're getting into Christmas soon, so I will be doing Christmas things. We'll be sort of smattering them in there from now until about November, and then we'll just go full bore on the Christmas stuff, and we'll have fun with that. And not just Christmas, we'll do other things such as Hanukkah and what's else? Kwanzaa and Yule. We'll do Yule. So, and Diwali. There's a lot of stuff for Diwali in Design Space, and I've always wanted to celebrate that holiday. I think it's cool. It's like all about color. It's kind of like a new year. I have to do a little research on that. Okay. Getting there on this. Just make sure. And of course, this is just not very neat at all, but oh well. I think I'll probably give it to my sister. So she just I ended up giving her, what did we make that I gave her that she really, really loved? I was really surprised that the scarecrow. She really loved that scarecrow. So, we'll do that again. We'll give her this one. She has all my little things, because I always make two, one to show you the finished product and the other one to show you how to put it together. And so I always end up with two, like a leftover one, so she gets them all. And Owen finished his first week of school. He's happy. He is a sophomore, which is crazy, but it's the truth. All right. I'm not too happy with this, but I'll just, get over it. And so this is what it sort of supposed to look like, and actually put it on the wrong side. Isn't that great? So we're batting 1,000. So let's do the other side, which is just these pieces here. I don't think I can mess that up. So here's these pieces. There are little notches, by the way, on these cutouts. Don't know if you can actually see them, but there are little notches here and here, so you'll know where to place them. Okay, so here we go. Next Saturday night is our Zoom call, so there won't be a big project next Saturday. But the Saturday after that, which is, I think it's like the 25th, we'll do another project. And I'm very interested in knowing if there's a particular project you want to see. I know a lot of people have been making the witches and some haunted houses. I actually found a free haunted house that I want to do for Freebie Friday, but it might be too big. So we'll see. If I have to, I'll do it for a Saturday night. Okay, so Emma, we have a winner, and let me look at the comments while I'm just taking a little break while this dries. Yeah, the Zoom. You guys love that. I mean, that's awesome. Let's see. How about Sarah McCormick Cannon? Are you still on, Sarah? if you are, I'm going to go back to the comments. If you want a haunted house? You do? Okay. Yeah, the Zooms are a lot of fun. You guys wear me out though. I always get so tired with the Zooms. So Sarah, if you hear me, Sarah McCormick, okay, you have to send me an email with, actually, I don't think just send me an email. You don't have to send me your address, actually, because there's nothing that's going to be mailed to you. So I just need to know your email. So you have to send me an email at missreadittotherescue@gmail.com. And then I will send you your gift code or gift card or whatever you want to call it. I will send that to you by email. And that is courtesy of our friends over at Dreaming Tree. Okay. All right. So here is the side piece, just like this. Very cute. And there is this little piece that goes here. So let's go ahead and glue that. I feel like I failed you with the vellum, because I was like, oh, I really got super involved in downloading the vellum and in printing it, and then I just kind of didn't really follow, like, well, I don't know. I don't like it when it gets curly like that. It just really makes me so uncomfortable. It's just like, I can't deal with it. It's so curly, you know? And so I just kind of get like, so sorry about that, folks. And yeah, the Zoom call this Saturday is going to be, next Saturday, is going to be fall, your favorite fall things. So if that includes Thanksgiving or includes Halloween or whatever, Indigenous People Day or anything like that, then have at it, because I want to see what you guys like for fall. I think I've told you before, but I really like Thanksgiving. I never used to like Thanksgiving all that much, but you know, anything about a holiday where you get to eat, you know, this lovely food that you don't eat that often, and then you don't have to buy presents, it works for me. It's like a positive experience for me. So I like that. And speaking of presents, so Owen's birthday is in less than 2 weeks. And every year he writes me this list of he calls it his birthday manifesto. And he sends me this big long list. But the funny thing is he keeps changing it. So even if like I start buying stuff right away, by the time I get real close to his birthday, there's a very good chance that he wants different things. And I keep telling him, you know, you can't keep changing the manifesto, because how am I said, and then there's Christmas. So, I mean, and he puts the weirdest things on there. Like he likes, as I've mentioned to you guys before, he likes vintage things. And I I've been when it was the Soviet Union. I was there, and like he's always asking me, "Don't you have like?" And I do, but gosh, that was so long ago. I don't know where that stuff is. But like he was looking for coins or things like that, and I'm like, yeah. Talk about make it easy for me. I mean, most kids want like, electronics. He put a rotary phone on this list. A rotary phone. I was like, what do you need a rotary phone for? I mean, seriously, the kid has an iPhone. It's not like he doesn't have a phone. He just loves the look of vintage things. And, so got rotary phone. He still likes to use my dad's old Polaroid cameras. And what else does he like? He uses a record player. And he's just a funny kid. He's a funny kid. But the manifesto, man, it gets me every time. And it's not like this is the first time he's done it. He's done it like the last 4 or 5 years, the manifesto. And it's pretty funny. And he's never disappointed. It's not like he's like, I must get this stuff. He's never like disappointed or anything. But it's just kind of... It's just the idea of it. The manifesto. He even said to me, can you have your Canadian friends send me some coins from Canadian coins? I'm like, we can just go to the bank and get that stuff. Oh no, I want the authentic. I'm like, what do you think the bank has? But like he had one time, he was really into like the $2 bills. So I went to the bank and I got him like a couple of them. And then what else? He liked like the $50. He collected all of those quarters from the States and stuff. He's a funny little kid. Not a kid, really. He's so big now. But, all right. So, here are our 2 sides. And I realize that they're different color vellum. Just pretend like you don't notice that. And then here's the back. And then there is the front. So, we're going to put these together. Now, they does not have a bottom, which is okay. Because we're going to put it on top here like this. You see? Yeah, the loonies, the toon. I don't know. I got to talk to Bren or Dawn about that because I have no idea how that works. But he is fascinated by other, I guess, cultures or international places, and Canada is one of them. And so we've been talking about, what are we going to do? He really, really wants to travel, but we haven't been able to. One, because, last year was COVID, but also I was sick. And so I told him, in 2022, we'll start doing some traveling, just, a journey somewhere. So we've been talking about where we're going to go, and he keeps saying, let's see, where does he say? He said, okay, hey, stop. Was he telling me he wants to go? First he was to Tokyo. I go, nah, I don't think so. I think it's going to be either Canada or maybe Mexico, and then London. I want to go see London. And but he has some really bizarro places that he wants. I'm not saying Tokyo is bizarro. I apologize if anybody thinks that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. Okay. All right. So I have glued these all together. You see, like this. I've tried to keep it as close to level as I can. I'm going to flip it over just so you can see. And this has this here, but I did it wrong because I didn't put that star there, but you will do it correctly. Okay? All right, so then we're going to make sure everything's folded and we're going to start putting it together. So we're just going to fold it like this and we're going to glue this tab right here. So he's going to be 16. So the other thing that we've been talking about is him learning to drive. Now, back when he was like 12, he's like, I never want to drive. And I'm like, really? I mean, how could you not want to drive, right? And now he's like, I want to learn how to drive. But get this, he wants well, he's got to earn his license, you know, and everything. But he said, when I get a car, I want it to be like a 1970s car, like a real piece of junk car. And I'm like, unfortunately, those 70s cars are no longer junk. They're like classics, you know, like the Chevy. I forget what he called it, a Dodge. What was it? I don't know all the cars, but he wants a Dodge Charger. And I was like, I think, Owen, that those are actually really expensive now. And he's like, oh, but I want one. I'm like, well, save your money. But I think that they're actually kind of antiques now. Because when I was growing up, those were the cars that people drove in the 70s and the 80s and stuff. But yeah, he's a very unique kid. All right, so here is what I'm doing. I'm talking so much that I'm not giving you very much instruction, but what I'm doing is I am gluing the top part here, just like this. Now, there is a hole here, and that's okay because that's what we're going to put this little, I don't know what it is, like a vent on the top, okay? So, yeah, he is priceless. I suppose all parents like their kids, but he's really just a very unique kid. I've always really been fascinated by him. Some of the stuff he comes out with, just really clever. Like, I don't remember being that clever when I was a kid. But I think I may have told you this a while ago, but like when he sees the police chief or the fire chief or even the mayor, he calls them by their first names. Our mayor's name is Edward Betancourt, and everybody calls him Mr. Mayor or, you know, Mr. Betancourt or Mayor Betancourt or something. He's like, hey, Ted, how you doing? I'm like, wow. You know, he's just very, interested in and very social. And, of course, they don't mind, but it's just like one of those things like adults wouldn't call him that. All right. Wait. So did you guys, hi Elizabeth, did Sarah say that she was here? Sarah, she was here. So, the last name was Sarah, wasn't it McCormick? Oh man. Just not. Sometimes I wish I had. So last night when we were doing that thing, I was trying to read the comments. They were scrolling so fast, and it kind of got me thinking, you know, like, oh, I should pay more attention to the comments as they're happening, because right now I read them like as I'm going along, but sometimes I miss things. So there's that. So we had Emma, who won from the UK. Emma just sent me an email. And then Sarah, they were going so fast. And then every time I like would like flip over, because I was on a Zoom, right? So I'd like flip over. You guys got to see it all together, but I had to see it separately. And I was like, they would go even faster if you flipped your screen from one to the other. It'd go faster. All right, so here is this. You didn't see Sarah responding? How did I? So if Sarah did not respond, then we have to move on with, because we have 4 of these to give away, and we're almost done with the barn. So here is the actual barn. You see, like that. We're gonna glue this onto here, but first we are going to make the top. So this is 2 pieces, this white or cream colored piece, and that has all of these sort of, I guess they're supposed to be like metal roof. And then there's this piece here. So let's talk about the actual roof, which is here. So you see there's that hole, also the hole here, just like that. And I don't know, I have to watch the replay. She is here, Sarah. Maybe she had to step out. Okay. So this is how it's going to go on. You'll also notice that there's kind of a little bit of a lip on either side here. That's for the way that these are, just like this. So once you fold it, then we're going to take all of our pieces, which for this case I did emboss, but you don't have to. And some of them have this little lip here, and that lip is going to go like right here on the inside, okay? So make sure you look for that lip and sort of just fold it. We were supposed to go see my mom today, but we're gonna go tomorrow, and because she does not have COVID. Her COVID test finally came back. She was confused. She said, I had 2 COVID tests, but she didn't have 2 COVID tests. She had 2 vaccines. So she was confused. She didn't understand the difference between a test and a vaccine. So she definitely does not have it. So we're going to go and bring her dog, the remains of her dog, and spend a little time with her. And where's my other? I think I might be missing some pieces. Okay. All right, you guys. So I think I might be missing one of these pieces somewhere. Isn't that always the way? Oh, here it is. Okay. So we are just going to find, here it is. Yeah, so we're going to go see her. But she, right now, they're all quarantined like in their room because they have a dining hall. And that's where, you take your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not everybody does that, but for the most part, most people go there and have their meals. And because they were remodeling, and because some people have tested positive, even though I think almost everybody there has been vaccinated, they want to keep it from going all over the place. So so they're having people take their meals in their apartments. So she, because she's a very not, what's the word, extroverted person. Like when she's alone, she doesn't like eat. So they bring her all the food, and she doesn't eat it. And then so now she keeps saying, I don't have any, I'm not interested in eating. Isn't that weird? And I said, well, I mean, it's not as if you're sick or anything. And she goes, but I haven't eaten in a week and a half. And I said, well, that's not true, because I've brought you food, and Teresa, my sister, brought you ice cream, and you ate all of that, didn't you? And she said, well, but it's ice cream. Ice cream isn't food. Is it food? And I said, what? What are you talking about? Ice cream isn't food. She said, well, it's not like you chew it. It just sort of glides down your throat. And I said, yeah, but it's food. So if you're filling up on ice cream, and that, because she has a dairy thing. She loves everything dairy. And I said, so you won't be wanting to eat regular food. I mean, who wouldn't want to eat ice cream all the time, right? And she's like, oh, I'm not eating it all the time, but she's like a little princess in that place, because she calls down to the front desk and she'd say, if you'd be so kind to bring me some fruit cocktail. I don't feel like eating today, and that sort of thing. Versus what everybody else does, which is they have these little like menus and they fill it out. Nope, she just calls down and says, I only want fruit cocktail, please, or cottage cheese or something. It's really quite humorous. But she knows she's being funny, which is good, because she started laughing when I said, well, you did have that ice cream. So she does know. And she just adores Owen, just loves him. But Owen is not a big talker. And so she's like, I keep saying, call your grandmother. And he's like, I don't know what to talk about. I'm like, she'll just talk your ear off, You don't have to worry about having points of, communication or anything. She will make sure of that. But all right. So isn't this cute? I kind of like, it's chicken wire because I didn't have anything else for an embossing folder that looked rather like farm-ish. So I just like that it kind of has a little thing there. Yeah, the old days. Yeah, and she would remember those. She doesn't keep up with anything now, and she does have dementia or short-term memory loss, as she likes to call it, short-term memory loss. So she can't have conversations about things going on now, because she just can't. So, but yeah, she'll talk about the old days. I'm sure she could. Yeah, it's a good point, Renee. All right, so then now that we got that together, we're going to glue it on to the top of the barn. Okay, you. I'm going to first do this. I'm going to turn it over so that I can get really good contact there. And it's got like a little overlay on either side, but yeah. All right. Wouldn't this look kind of cool on a winterized kind of a thing with some snow or something? I don't know, barn. I want to do a church because there's a couple of really nice church ones that I've been wanting to do. Christmas barn, yeah. With a wreath. All right. So, now we've got most of it done. We've got to put it together and we have to do the top part. So let's do the base with the green grass. If you had miniatures, that would look kind of cool. Like if you had little, like cows or something, that would be kind of cool. All right, and we have our rooster. There's actually 2 roosters and 4 pieces of this. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the top piece is these 2 pieces. So let's do the grass first. So there's 2 long pieces, 2 short pieces. And the short pieces are different. So these are the long pieces. They're going to go on here. And then here are the 2 short pieces. But you see one has like a gap from the for the inside front of the barn. Then the short pieces have little tabs on either side right here. So first we're going to glue at the bottom here. You can put a little dot on the tabs. And the little tabs come over like this. So hold it for a second so that it catches. Okay, I'm going to pick another winner, I promise. I needed somebody to do the winner thing for me. Like Melody's really, but she's been doing it for so long, you know. But like she has it all done. It's all like automatic and stuff. And giving away on a live when it's just me is hard. Okay. Marsha West. Marsha, I think it's West, is going to be another winner. Marsha. Yeah, Nightbot. I don't know what that is, but that's what she uses. I just loved the idea that she had like a Zoom call that she then streamed to YouTube and several other places. I'm like, if we could stream our Zoom call to YouTube or Facebook, then people would, and she was able to do it, then people, you know, then I wouldn't have to record it. I can record it on the Zoom call. And then I wouldn't have to worry about converting and but I don't know how to do that. So if anybody does know how to do that, speak now, and let me know. All right, so there's our base. Did Marsha leave, or is she still here, Marsha? How was I able to chat last night? So she set it up like a Zoom call, and we all got in on the Zoom call, and then she attached that Zoom call to her YouTube channel live. I would love to be able to do that. So when we do our Zoom calls, we would have it would just automatically stream. That would be fabulous. And wouldn't it be great to stream our morning chats? I mean, that might be asking too much, but I'd love to be able to stream our morning chats. I don't know how to do it though. Somebody find out for us so we can do that. That would be fun. Okay, so I didn't get to tell you this, but basically I glued the base. I glued all the grass on, and then I glued this part. And it's nice and sturdy, by the way. And then here is the top of the barn. Like that. And so all that's left is this little top piece. Nuane, you're in a different country, aren't you? You're in, I forget now where you are in. I know I knew it at one point. So, yeah, if anybody knows how to do that, man, that would be a lifesaver, don't you think? And then, so people can, you know, watch either on YouTube, because some people are not on Facebook. Surprise, surprise. And, hey, if we can, like, stream on YouTube, that would be awesome. I gotta figure out how to do it. Okay, so there are two pieces. It's kind of like a box with a peaked box on the top. So this box here, and you can put here your vellum. I'm not going to put vellum on this just because I want to get going on this. And then what we're going to do is glue right here. You see these? And we're going to glue all four corners. So I'm holding it like this. Wait. I'm just trying to look for Marsha West. Did she answer me? And thank you for the stars. But Marsha West, I picked her name, and so I hope that she can, and if Nawane is still watching, she can be winner number 3. The only thing is, I don't know if Sarah, and I can't remember her last name now, I think it was McCormick, if she heard me, and if she's going to send me an email. And if she, what I'll do is, I'll wait until I get the email from her. If I don't get the email, then I'll pick another winner. I did that with last month. By the way, if you won last month from me, if you won, or who was the winner of the, Midge Keys was the winner of the Bundle of Joy, and she, they sent that out. I think it was Thursday. And then the people that won the $50 prizes also got sent them out. So they'll be coming to you soon. Sorry about the delay. I put them all in on time, but there was a holiday in there. So, and then we'll do other winners. But what happened was one of the winners, after repeatedly I called her name and everything, she didn't respond to me. So I then decided that I had to find, because it was holding up, you know, the other winners. So I picked Perlita. We all know Perlita, right? Also known as Gladys. And so Perlita got that person's winning. So that was good. I was glad to be able to do that. So I think I'll do that with these. If Sarah doesn't respond by sending me an email, then I will pick somebody else that's on the call or that's on the live. Okay, so here's our little box. Yes, Dawnay. Yes, because you're not in the U.S., right? And so it's hard because I haven't been able to give you a prize, even though I know you have been faithfully watching. But this I can give you because I don't have to worry about shipping anything. So we have Emma and Nuane, and then Sarah and Marsha. Those will be our winners. And if Sarah didn't hear me or doesn't respond by like Monday or something, then I will move on to another person that was on the chat. Does that sound good? And what you won is $6.99 worth of files from Dreaming Tree. And what I would suggest is that you use that when they have a free gift, so you can get a free kit and then a free gift, and you may only have to spend, you know, $2 or $3, I think, maybe $3. Yeah, $3. So there's some like individual things such as this barn or the fall wreath. You can buy them individually. So there's that. Oops. So here we go. Okay. Okay. So there's our little peak. Like this is going to go on there, but before we put it on, we have to do our little roosters. There's 2 of them cut out in black so that they'll be nice and sturdy. There's 2 of them, and you'll see here on the bottom they have these little tabs, so don't put glue there, but put glue on the actual rooster. And on the arrow. Hi, Benjamin. Who's barking over there? Starting to already get like losing the light because of the time of year. Going to have to put the lights up. Okay, so once you get those glued together, you're going to sort of rest in this in here, and then you're going to open up these like this, just like this, okay, and glue them on the inside of it, if I can get it in. There we go. Okay, so you're going to put the glue, once you have it sort of in there, just dab your glue on there and then open it up, sort of like a brad. right? Okay. Kind of holding it there to sort of get it on there. There we go. And then we're going to take this box and it's going to just sort of nestle in here. We're going to turn it over like this and glue that to the inside. All right. So it's a little bit hard to get on camera, but I'm just going to put this in here like this, and then reach in and put glue on those tabs. Not sure if you can see it, but I'm putting glue on the outside edge of those tabs, and then I'm going to press them to the inside. I don't know, can you see it? Press it into the inside. All right. And once it's set, all you have to do, it's probably not set, but let's pretend. And all we have to do is glue this onto here, just like that. And our barn is done, except for maybe lights. So I did get lights. There's Owen out riding his bike. Been riding his bike a lot lately. So I got these LED tea lights from Amazon. They were a good deal. I'll put a link. I think there were like 24 of them. So I'm going to put like, I don't know, 4 in there. And we'll take and put our, whoop, wrong way. Yeah, the skeleton's really fun. I want to do that too. There is a skeleton in Design Space as well. Okay, so let me see if you can see this. But isn't that pretty awesome? I will tell Dreaming Tree thank you. So there it is. Woo woo. I think it looks really cool. You can't even see where I messed up. I think it looks really cool. So a lot of people want to do the skeleton. Okay, we will do the skeleton. That's cool. So this here is just a really cutesy little thing that comes in the kit. So I figured I would put it together to show you. It's really easy. It's really super easy to put together. It's all just paper. And there's a really nice little hook on the back to hold it. And I just thought it was kind of cute. And it's going to look good on an interior door. It's not really a wreath. It's more like a wall hanging. But it has a cool bow here. So let me show you how this goes together. It's pretty simple. It's just kind of a piecey thing. Might take you after you cut it out. I cut it all out pretty quickly. But so there are 3 pieces to give that thickness. Although if you really wanted a really thick thing, you could cut out this piece in craft board. So we're going to glue these 2 together. Just glue them together so they're kind of nice and thick. And then we'll use our dots and put this on to give it a little bit of lift, which I did not do on my first one. And obviously you can ink. And if I had time, I would show you about inking, but I don't think I'm going to have time before it gets real dark. So anyway, so I'm just going to glue these 2 pieces together. Nope, I did it wrong. Psh. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So these 2 pieces together. And then this piece is going to go on there. And you can either just glue it on or you can get yourself some pop dots, which are here, these are pop dots. Can find them anywhere, including the dollar store, and they are just double-sided adhesive foam pieces. So we're just gonna take off a bunch, and don't throw away this extra piece because you can use it. So we're just taking off one side first to stick it on like this. Do it all over. Just so that it's nice and thick and it feels substantial, not just flat like a piece of paper. So, which it is, a piece of paper, but cardstock, I guess. And just keep pushing these all around. You don't want them to show through, so make sure you're getting them on there real good. I can't believe it's like the 11th. I mean, where did September go already? And then pretty soon it'll be October. Now here, they're going to be, last year they canceled Haunted Happenings, which is a enormous event for the entire month of October in Salem that causes like tremendous traffic in Peabody, because Peabody and Salem were once the same city, and a long time ago. And so we just get tourists from every place imaginable, and they come and visit, sometimes all dressed up. It can be a little scary if you're young, but they have things for families. They have I think they have a dog costume parade. They used to, anyway. I had one of my corgis, not one that I have now. So this was a while ago. Had to be like 15 years ago or more, probably 20. Anyway, they had a dog, like a beauty show, and she was my beauty, and so I took her, and she's just funny. Corgi, of course, and my friend who had a Afghan hound, and they were gorgeous. I mean, compare a corgi, a little stumpy dog that's just happy to be there, and these gorgeous Afghan hounds, and then a number of other beautiful, but she won, my friend Christine won that thing, but my Gwenny got honorable mention because she was just too adorable for words. I've made her little costume and stuff. She did some tricks. That was down at the Willows, Salem Willows, if anybody knows where that is. It's like one of the first, like, it has a pier and water down there, but it has like, also has a carousel. And look at this, I glued this on here. Oops, okay, there we go. Okay, so there is that. Then we're going to start putting these pieces together. There's this fall, and it has a shadow layer or an offset layer. It's real nice. You could do also do this with the pop dots. We don't have to. But then we have these pieces. So first up is these, and the way they attach is on the stem. So here is this one, and then this one comes over here, and then they attach there. And then the next up is these. You double these. Like this, just like that. So easy. This is really easy, and it's really kind of striking looking. And then you'll get this greenery here, and then you have these green pieces here, and that's kind of it, except for the bow. So I want to do the bow first because I'm losing the light. Hi. Let me show you how to do this bow because it's super easy, and it's really quite fun to put together a paper bow. Okay, so there are little score lines all around here. It's a double bow, so we're going to fold it right here and here. And I would suggest, you don't have to do it, but I would suggest that you kind of train the paper a little bit. All I'm doing is taking the back of my weeding tool here, like this, right? Just to kind of give it like a bow sort of a feel. And then you are going to just glue these pieces into each other, and there's two bows, as I said. There's a double bow. So here's the first one, and you can do something like this if you want to. Dog walking. Sorry, guys. Oh, Benjamin, you're the quiet one. All right, Lola. Look, Teddy Bear got you going. He got you going, didn't he? I know. And then you just don't know how to turn off. She does not know how to turn off. I was explaining her to my friend that I saw today because she's like, "Oh, you got a third dog?" I said, "Yeah." I didn't, it's not like I set out to say, "Oh, I'm got a third dog," but somebody reached out, the breeder reached out to me and said, do you know anybody? And I'm like, well, I can take her. But she's been challenging because my boys are just such love bugs, Teddy Bear and Benji. They're such love bugs. I mean, Teddy Bear can be like a little prissy, but Benji like never barks, and he doesn't do anything wrong. He's just a cutie pie, and you never hear him because he hardly ever barks. But so she came in, and she's older than the other two, and she saw Teddy Bear, and he's a big guy, so I think she just kind of figured, all right, I'm not going to get involved with that. So she just looked at Benji, and she said, haha, I guess it's going to be you. And so I liken it to, like, she just kind of came in and sort of, get out of the way. Just like that movie, What About Bob? I don't know if you guys remember that movie where Bill Murray is like helping his psychologist kid to learn to dive off of the dock. And when he finally gets it, the psychologist played by what's the name of the little guy from Jaws, he's like, thank you very much, and he pushes him right off the dock. I was just like, that's how she is behaving, like, okay, I'm here now, so you can just move right on over. And that's how she is. And he's being very good about it, but he's just a love bug, so. Okay, so see what I did there? I put those two there. Then I'm going to take this one little piece. I love to make bows using paper. So much easier than using ribbon. So I'm putting this little sort of a rectangular piece here and here to sort of finish up that bow. Right? And then it's going to get glued onto the tail. And you will need to hold on until that glue sort of catches. But aside from that, so much easier than a ribbon, like from ribbon, making a bow from a ribbon. All right. And then once you have all those pieces sort of put on, and you can ink you can ink it. I don't know that you can see it here, but I did ink a little tiny bit, and I put for the berries, I put a little bit of, what did I use? I used this ice, the stickles in white or crystal ice for the berries, like bittersweet berries. And then on the back is a very easy piece. It's just 2 pieces. Here it is. This piece and this piece, which just shores it up a little bit. So you glue that together. Just like that. And there's actually a score line there once those are together and dried, that you can then take your wreath, and on the back of the wreath you can see there's even a little placement right there. Could not be easier. All right. All right. I just think it's really cute. So that is going to do it for tonight because I'm running out of light. I can barely see. But if you buy this whole kit or set or whatever, bundle, they call them a bundle, you'll get this, the barn, and then there's another piece even that's very large that, you know, if you want to see how that gets done, I can show you that. But I just think this barn is just so clever. I've never seen a barn. I've never seen a barn. So I really like this, and this will look really good on your dining room table or whatever. And then this, give this to my mom so she can put it on her door. I think that will be fun. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for me today. I'm so thankful for all of you. Thank you so much. I'm also thankful for Cricut and Dreaming Tree, the folks over at Dreaming Tree, for giving us those prizes. If you won, make sure you send me an email. I do not need your address. I just need your email so that I can send back to you the gift. It's like a code, and then you're just going to, then I bow out, and then you just go over and pick whatever you want from the Dreaming Tree library of projects, and there's a ton of them. So I thank them for that nice gift. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you again I will have a restful day tomorrow, my only day off. I'll have a nice night, and then we'll see you on Monday. Okay, we'll see you on Monday with a brand new week of all kinds of Cricut crafts. And I hope you have a lovely day off as well. Take care. Bye.